The wonderful event that is the PrintFest is taking place once more in Wolverhampton for 2025. Jacky Fellows has always got ink under her fingernails and joins me now to tell me about what's going on. How you doing?
I'm not too bad at all. Busy, but that's good.
Yeah, well, yeah, I know the world of printmaking is a busy one for you. And I think
Yeah,
that is part of the fun for the fact that you can keep busy, be creative, and still come away with something very unusual and unique and very much a one-off each time you get somewhere near a roller full of sticky yellow and black and green and whatever else.
yeah. Well, they have been described as anything other than unique, but I think they're beautiful. So not everybody's into pylons, but I love a good pylon.
You're there printing your pylons and away you go.
Yeah.
So, what's happening with Printfest this time round? Because it was a huge success last year.
It was an amazing success. We just to give a bit of background, I went to Ulverston PrintFest, which was it's a huge event on the calendar, on the printmaking calendar. And it's all the other side of the lake. It took me about 3.5 hours to get there, but I was impressed with it. But I just thought, well, if they can do it, Wolverhampton can do it. So what we did was I kind of convinced a couple of others, Lindsay, Sue, and Claire, to ask them if they wanted to, give it a go at what was New
You,
Hampton
you
Arts
nearly said the
Centre.
New Hampton Arts Centre. You mean the Wolverhampton
Yeah,
Arts Centre, don't you?
yeah, it'll always be the knack to me. But Wolverhampton Arts Centre, it's just been rebranded, which is brilliant. And so we went for it, and in November last year, 2024, we launched our first Print Fest, and with a bit of trepidation because we didn't know, how many people would apply and how many people would turn up. And actually, it was a full show, and we had over 800 people turn up over the Friday, Saturday, and the Sunday. So we were absolutely stoked about that.
Yeah,
So
many of them there to enjoy the art, many of them actual artists themselves. Some came to nick some ideas to be pile-on copies all over the place.
yeah.
But it could well be that you inspired some people to take up an art form they hadn't thought about before.
Yeah, so I did some workshops beforehand. We did some workshops in the community for people, and and that all formed part of the exhibition. We had an exhibition for people who hadn't got a massive body of work but wanted to put one or two pieces in, and then for people like sort of kind of printmakers who'd got a decent body of work, they had a stand. So yeah, it was really good, and we always wanted it to be like an annual event, and hopefully, like obviously, 2025 will be the second event. But if it's anywhere near half as successful as it was in November, it'll be a brilliant event.
Okay, so when are you doing it this time round?
So it's the same weekend. It's we have a launch night on Friday the 7th of November, and then Saturday the 8th, Sunday the 9th. There'll be printmakers, and there should be an exhibition as well. So at this stage, we're calling for printmakers to be part of the exhibition. So there's a call out for printmakers. It will be selected this year. But don't let that put you off. We love all forms of printmaking. It can be anything from jelly plate printing, which is monoprinting, and up to screen printing. As long as it's a hand pulled print, it can be an etching, it can be a collograph, it can be a lino cut, relief printing. As long as it's a hand pulled print, by yourself, and it's an original piece of art, not something that you've copied from somebody else, then yeah, that's great. That's
Yeah,
what we want.
I never got much past potatoes, which is a bit of a limiting factor. No, I've got a GCSE printmaking, so I know this. I know what you're on about, which is quite cool.
You know what? Then you should be having a body of work to come and join us. Then
I haven't done any etching for years, and the last time I tried to do a tricolour print with screen printing, that was my GCSE exam, and I haven't unfortunately inhaled meths whilst cleaning a screen since.
well, it's. I mean, it's all different now. I mean, some people still use traditional methods, but mostly we use like a safe wash
Hmm.
method, which is a lot nicer to the environment. So I'll use water-based inks and that kind of thing, which a lot of printmakers do because it's just so much easier to clean up without the need for all those really harmful chemicals. But that's by the by. If you do use traditional methods, then yeah, you're more than welcome to come along. So there'll be demonstrations, that kind of thing. We invite people to demonstrate and what have you. But it's such a brilliant event for kind of promoting visual arts, not just printmaking, but visual arts, because we also had Art Expo in May. So
Hmm.
we're trying to do as many events as we possibly can, because I think art is really starting to become marginalised, particularly in schools, I think, and other venues. So it's just a passion about promoting visual arts, because I think arts and engaging in the arts, I've said this before, it's so important, particularly for people's mental health. We work so hard. Um, and I think sometimes, when I said I'm busy creating, is just the best feeling in the world. Even when you
Hmm.
make mistakes, even when things don't turn out right, it really doesn't matter. Just for those few hours spent in a studio, I literally do not think about anything else. I don't think about what I've got to pay, what I've got to do, what I've, work that I've got to do. I just think about and just fully engage in what I'm doing. And there's nothing like it. I've been a long time on this planet, Jason. I can tell you, I've done all sorts of different things, and I just absolutely, there's nothing quite like engaging in arts. We did a cyanotype, which is another form of printmaking, with a guy whose name escapes me.
Come on, you remember his name. What is it?
Do. It was Alan Glover. He's such a good friend of mine. I can't. Do you know what? It's that time of life. But yeah, Alan Glover, who's an absolutely amazing artist. Alan will be there as well, doing some. I'm hoping doing some cyanotypes. He's just brilliant, and some gum prints as well. Which they're absolutely amazing. Really great guy, Alan.
It's work that you can enjoy, that others people can enjoy, and you can actually even do as a hobby. It doesn't have to be a full-time job. But
Absolutely, yeah.
it's absolutely brilliant to be part of. So give us all the details on how people get themselves up in front of the selection panel for PrintFest for 2025.
So if you want an application form, you just go to printfestwolverhampton@yahoo.com, and you can get yourself an application form. You can either apply to be, like I said, you can apply to be in the exhibition, which is if you've just got one or two pieces that you want to display. That's it's only £10 hanging fee. There's no commission on any work sold. It's £10 up to A3 and £15 over A3. Um, and for a stand, if you want a stand, then it's £65 for the whole weekend. Again, no commission. What you sell is what you take home. So yeah, it's as simple as that. So yeah, but I would really recommend people applying, and because it was just such a brilliant event. Everybody was saying about it was like a real. It sounds really twee, but it was like a real family feel to the whole thing. It's
Mhm.
not just about selling your work; it's about making connections with other printmakers, other people. Jenny Gunning, who makes the presses, who's from Ironbridge. I bought my press from Jenny, and I bought a couple of presses from Jenny now. She'll be there demonstrating, and she's absolutely amazing. She sets up a press. She's got some plates, and anybody can have a go. So, and Jenny's brilliant. There's a lot going on with Jenny. She does lots of exhibitions, that kind of thing. So it's just about making connections as
Hmm.
well.
Well, it could be you'll head home with a print that you've bought that you saw on the wall and loved, or it could be it's one you made yourself as part of the exhibition process too, which sounds
Yeah.
good. All you got to do is get in touch, get yourself to be part of it if you're a printmaker. If not, put the date in your diaries now. Give us those dates again.
So it's the 7th, Friday the 7th is the opening night from 6:30 till 9, and then Saturday, Sunday it's from 10 till 4 on Saturday and Sunday, the 8th and the 9th of November.
All at the artist formerly known as the New Hampton Arts Centre. It is now the Wolverhampton Arts Centre, and it is still just as amazing to get down there, get involved, and really a beacon and a hub for arts and creativity in our city. Jackie Fellows, another one who's a beacon of light when it comes to the world of arts and comedy too. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much, Jason.